Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Only study of scriptures, Vedanta, and having no control over oneself, or the other extreme. Only the yoga, but no study of scriptures. Both of them are one-sided, something like a bird who has got one very strong wing, but the other wing is lame. In the same manner, if we imagine spiritual life only one-sided, and this is what mostly happens. Those who are engaged in yoga, their whole life goes only in twisting the body. And they are all the time condemning the knowledge. And those who are studying Vedanta, they always condemn yoga. Oh, yoga is nothing, simply twisting the body. Both of them go wrong. Swami, you are also doing the same thing. I can hear. See? When something is condemned or appreciated, it is called as arthavad, technically. The condemnation is not for the sake of condemnation, but to emphasize a point. See? Like Bhagwan Ramachandra says to Hanumanji, for the first time when he meets, that you are dearer to me more than Bharatji. That doesn't mean he is condemning Bharata. He is comparing. See? Therefore, this is called as arthavad. Now, with this arthavad, if it is understood, there is no problem. If it is not understood, then what happens is that bandhashte manasam dvaitam tan nirodhena shamyati. Abhyase yog eva ata brahmajnanina kim vada. If the duality, the world created by the jiva is solely in the mind alone, then why don't you control your mind? Things are done. Why have brahmajnana? Why study? This is another thing, Those who are too much yoga oriented, for them study, contemplation, reading, writing is a great, great punishment. They cannot do it. Because their whole orientation of life is matter oriented. They are very sincere. I know one person, and why this happens. I was going to their house for breakfast. He was driving the car. His wife was driving him, and both of them were driving me crazy. On the way, the wife asked this question. Swami, why some people do not like to attend satsang? It's not that they are bad, they are very good. So before I could say, the husband said, Swami, आपके कंधे पर रख करके बंदूक हम पर चलाई जा रही है। She is referring to me because I drop her every day for your concern, and then I go for a cup of coffee in a coffee house. And I read newspaper, etc., come back, pick her up and go home. So she always tells me, why don't you come for satsang? Then I asked her, did I ask you to come to coffee house? I didn't ask you. Why you should ask me? I am not objecting you are going to satsang, you go. That is why she is asking. I said, okay. I'll reply. Now be prepared. Those who are having fear to go and listen to satsang, it is only because they are afraid of knowing that what they were doing so far under the disguise of spirituality was totally wrong. So the whole life we have been living under some kind of notion. And that notion is hammered, chiseled, destroyed. And then one feels, oh God, that means my whole life I was living the wrong way. And who wants to accept it? It is something like, a cat drinking the milk by closing the eyes, so that others should not see her. See, friends. Therefore, those who are involved only in yoga, they are hardly interested in study, contemplation. And for them, meditation is also physical. Sitting in a posture is meditation. Doing pranayama is meditation. And then controlling the mind is meditation. Something they want to do. See? Such a person asks this question. If all the problems are in the mind, the duality, the world created by the jiva is in the mind, then control the mind by yoga abhyas. Brahmajnanena jivana. Why Brahmajnana? Why study? So the teacher said, Tatkalika dvaitanasha shantau api agami jadikshaya na brahmajnanam vina. Yes, temporarily you will be quieted, but you will not be getting rid of the basic error of your life. The basic error of our life is identity crisis. Now just observe within you. We simply want to do, meditation, no thoughts, don't talk to anybody. In this vipassana, many people go and afterwards they come to us. They will go there and for 8 days lock yourself in a room, everything will be provided and don't talk to anybody. Don't talk to anybody, but what about talking to yourself? Then we keep on, goes on and all abnormalities start coming out. Basic error is find out to whom the thoughts are coming. See, as a husband, if you want to be happy, you cannot be. Come to know, husband is just a role that you are playing. You are not 24/7 husband. You are not 24/7 father. But who is disturbed? These various somebodies are disturbed. And if somebodies we are unable to drop. And then I think, don't disturb anything. All these people are useless. I am doing meditation. Go and sit for meditation. Who is sitting for meditation? Frustrated wife. What meditation is? Because we don't analyze our own experiences. So when we remain as nobody in deep sleep, what efforts we have for not having thoughts in deep sleep? Zero, because that time we are nobody. Unless we recognize this, all our yoga will be only temporary. So pranabandhanat liyate manaha jala pakshivat rodha sadhanam. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says it is something like a group of birds was caught in a net by a hunter. He tied them down, put them on the mat and going. And all the birds were given Mahamantra by their grandfather. See, the hunter will come, he will spread the net, throw the grains, but don't go there. He will catch you and take away. So all of them started. Om Bhurvusvaha Tasyavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayata. The hunter will come, spread the net, throw the grains, don't go there, he will catch you and take you away. This they were chanting when they were caught and taken away. See, friends, exactly this is what happens. So unless we recognize this basic error, that is somebody is the culprit. So try to remain as nobody. Delete this somebody. And that cannot happen without Brahmajnanam. Now what is Brahmajnanam? It is very simple, friends. What is the difference between the husband and the man? How much time it takes for the husband to become a man? See? That much time and efforts are required to recognize your own divinity. It's not simple, it's much more than that. See, friends. Therefore, Brahmajnanam Vina, unless you come to recognize your absolute conscious blissful being, you'll keep on thinking, I am the most miserable, unfortunate, I think I must have done since last life, and therefore in this life she is my wife, and afterwards also she has become my wife, she is also doing that Karwa Chauth. I don't know how to protect myself now. You will continue to be miserable. Therefore, Brahmajnanam is essential. Now, how do we attain it? Anivrutte pisha srishte dvaite tasya mrishatmatam buddha brahma dvayam buddhum shakyam vatvaikyavadinah. Those who are the students who have accepted the truth to be one without a second, for them, Isha Srishte Dvaite Anivrutte Api. We don't have to destroy the world created by God. See? Then what is to be recognized? Tasya Mrishatmatam Buddhva. Come to recognize what we are seeing, something other than ourselves, is a wrong perception. Whenever anything is recognized as other than the self, then only there is a desire, then only there is anger, there is greed, and there is fear. See, Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, the gateways to hell. See, Trividham Narakasedam Dvaram Nashanam Kama Krodhas Tatha Lobha Tasmat Etat Prayam Teje. And what is our total life if you have to write in one line? Right from childhood till this moment, we have been spending our life in fulfilling our desires. But have we discovered fulfillment in life? This we never find out and inquire. Therefore, in which direction we are going? Narakasedam dvaram nachanamatmana. Is it not most of the spirituality is going to temple for fulfilling the desires, going to Mahatmas for fulfilling the desires, doing the puja, poti, anushthan for fulfilling the desires? So these are the different gateways to hell. See, friends. Therefore, whenever something is recognized as your own self, you can never have desire. See? We don't have desire of our own self because we are that. See? Then what will be the desire for the self? When we do not have the desire for the world is equal to desire for the self. See, friends. One person asked me this question. I was speaking on 6th chapter of Gita and I was staying in their house. They were Jains. So asked me, family, our Munis come and they also tell Atma Chintan Karo, and you also tell us Atma Chintan Karo. But what is the meaning of Atma Chintan? So I said, okay, Atma Chintan means when there is a total absence of Anatma Chintan. When you are no more getting lost in objective thinking. When the objective thinking is suspended, there is no need for subjective thinking, because subjectively you cannot think. Like, eyes can see the objects of the world, eyes cannot see themselves. See, friends. Therefore, anivrutti api isha srishti dvaite tasya mrishatmata buddha. When we come to recognize what we are seeing something as other than us, it is not other than us, it is our own extension. See? It is something like this. My own hand comes and lands on my helipad. It is so hot, so I am lying down on a cement floor. It is terribly hot, and then my hand goes and plays with the helipad. Do I get fear? Such a heavy hand. But instead of my hand, if a small lizard, baby lizard, with the mother lizard they were on the ceiling, and the baby lizard are the mother lizard. Mama, shall I try landing on the helipad? Beta, be careful, okay? These helipads are very unstable. They are like volcanoes, they can erupt any time, okay? Be careful. And then that baby lizard jumps on your helipad, immediately the fear comes. What is the weight of that baby lizard? Hardly anything. And our hand is heavy, 1 ton. And yet there is no fear. Because with reference to hand, there is no sense of otherness. So what is the world? World is nothing but a sense of otherness. And is this otherness real? Colors and forms are existing in the vision. If there is no vision, colors and forms have no existence. Vision is existing in the mind. If the mind is not behind the eyes, colors and forms are not perceived. And mind is nothing but expression of the pure consciousness. So where is this whole world? It is in the mind. And what is the mind? Mind is not. See, friends, the more you reflect on this line of thinking, you come to know Buddha Brahmadvayam Bodhum Shakyam Vastu Ekyam Vadinaha. In this manner, then we come to realize, come to recognize. See, one day I was in some place, and this happened in UK. I was living in their house, came from a long journey, so that Amma has prepared such a nice bed, and she kept 1 or 2 books next to my bed. Somebody, if you like, you can read it. This is the light behind you, and good night. So I took some book, read for some time, and then put it down. And then I wanted to switch off the light. So I could not see the switch. I again get up. And when I was looking for the switch, that bright light, as if entered my eyes, it was so bright. And I could switch off. And then I lay down. Yet, that bright light was seen although the eyes were closed. Then I opened my eyes. Then the street lights were seen. Then again I closed my eyes. That bright light was seen. So, whether it is the outer world where objects are present, or it is the inner world as impressions on the mind, both are illumined by the same reality, and the same reality, as it is not influenced by the impression of the light on the mind, equally the reality is not influenced by anything in this world. Come to discover this. See? When I become miserable as a husband, find out, is husband a reality or illusion? Husband is only a relational adjustment, nothing Again she gets married, then H2 is born, again she divorces, where the H2 has gone. These are only adjustments. Don't take them serious and real. Therefore, they are Mrishatmatam, they are not real. Reality is Paramatma, who is supporting everything in this world. Pralayitan niruttautu Guru-shastradya bhavataham virodhi dvaita bhavevi nashakyam bhuttumadvayam. Be very attentive. We all have come to a particular point in our life that absence of miseries is called as happiness. This is what the doctors do. When you have got terrible pain, what the doctors do? They give you painkillers. What is a painkiller? Which kills you without pain. That's why they are called as painkillers. They don't cure you. In the same manner, we have come up to a point that negation of the misery is called as happiness. And this is exactly what happens in deep sleep. The happiness of the deep sleep is a negative happiness. It is not positive. Positive happiness, Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter. When he says, Prajahati yada kaman sarvan parthamanogatan atmanne vatmana tushtaha stita prajnastadochate. When we carry zero desire load on our mind and we are not sleeping, but we are at peace with ourselves. Atmanne vatmana tushtaha. Then alone the wisdom is steady. See, such people, they rise above the miseries as well as the comforts. Dukkeshu anudvignamana, rising above the miseries. Sukheshu vivedaspraha, no more attached to the comforts of life. That is called as the real happiness. Therefore, here the teacher says, Pralayitan niruttautu. In the pralaya, the total deluge, or for us to understand the deep sleep, that time the Jiva Dvaita, the world created by the Jiva, is no more existing. But again, in the deep sleep experience, we neither have the Guru nor the scriptures. And therefore, no study of Brahmajnana. And therefore, when the sleep is over, again we begin from where we have left. See? Therefore, simply yoga, controlling the mind through pranayama, etc., is not the answer. When the yoga is done, quieten your mind, purify your mind, thereafter do the karma yoga. Karmani chitta shuddhyartham, aikagryatham upasanam, mokshartham brahma vijnanam, iti vedanta rendima. The karma is done for the purification of the mind, upasana is done for making the mind single pointed, and for knowing one's essential self, it is the study of the scriptures. Therefore, Guru Shastra Adi Abhavata Virodhi Dvaita Abhavepi Na Shakyam Bodhum Advayam. Therefore, if we are simply satisfied with the yoga alone, we will never be able to recognize our non-dual self. And without that recognition, we will continue to be the same again and again. Therefore, if you study the scriptures, there is one word which comes in Bhagavad Gita also. The word is Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashto Vijayate Athama Yoginam Eva Kule Bhavati Dhimata. Yoga Bhrashta. He who has started practicing yoga could not complete. He is born in the next life in the good families or in the families of the saints and sages. So for him, there is no freedom from birth and death. But when it comes to the Vedanta Jnana, Brahma Jnana, na tasya prana utkramanti ihaiva atraiva brahma samashkrute. Therefore, you will see these, those who are practicing this yoga, even in Patanjali Yoga Darshan, they always talk about last life, this life. What is this life? It is a summation of the total karmas from the last life, determines our blueprint for this life. So we were there in the last life, we are in this life, we will continue. How long will you go on fooling ourselves? Find out who is this I. See, friends, therefore, unless we study the scripture through the mouth of the teacher and we come to recognize our error of identity crisis, till then, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatareshayam. So, further the same thought continues. Abadhakam sadhakam cha dvaitam ishvara nirmitam aparetum ashakyam cheti astam tad vishate kutaha. And this dvaitam ishvara nirmitam, the world created by the God, abadhakam, it is not an obstacle. See, the color, the five objects, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, they don't create problems. The sense organs which are making these objects available to us, they don't create problems. The mind, because of which we are able to experience joy and sorrow, the mind doesn't create any problem. So where is the problem? Because the eyes are seeing, is it a problem? Because the ears are hearing, is it a problem? Because the mind can feel, is it a problem? It cannot be a problem. See, friends. Therefore, Ishvara Nirmitam Dvaitam Abadhakam. There is no problem in the world's creation. On the contrary, Sadhakam cha. It is, on the contrary, a blessing in disguise. See how it is. If we could not finish our spiritual practice in this life, we will have the next chance. Is it not a good thing? It is not a misery. Therefore, Apanetum Ashakyam cha iti. And you cannot do anything in God's creation. Therefore, Dishyataha, Dishyate Kutaha. Then why do you get unnecessarily disturbed and hate this world? See? Like many people have these very questions. Why God has created miseries in this world? God has not created miseries. We have created. Before marriage you are miserable? No. After marriage you are happy? No. Has God made the marriage? No. See, friends, there is no misery in God's creation and there is no happiness in our creation. Therefore, Vishyate Kudaha, remove that hatred toward the God's creation. The world is most beautiful. There is nothing wrong in this world. Now, about this Jiva's creation, Jiva Dvaitam tu Shastriyam, Ashastriyam iti Dvidha, Upadadita Shastriyam, Atatvasya. Now the duality, the world created by the Jiva is of two types. So God's creation, no problem. We don't have to worry. We don't have to improve God's creation. Now let us work on our own creation. It is of two types, Shastriyam, Ashastriyam. And Upadadita Shastriyam. Now Shastriya Dvaita, the world created by the Jiva, according to the scriptural authority, should be practiced till we come to realize our divine nature. So now what is that duality created by the Jiva, which is according to the sanction of the scriptures, that here says, Atma Brahma Vicharakyam Shastriyam Manasam Jagat Buddhe Tattve Tachaheyam Iti Shrutyarushasanam. So what is the duality created by the Jiva is Atma Brahma Vicharakyam Shastriyam. Both are thoughts. Worry is a thought. Contemplation is also a thought. Chinta and Chintanam. Both are thoughts. Chinta entangles us in our own thoughts. Chintanam liberates us from the mesh of our own thoughts. See? So, Shastriya Dvaitam is Atma Brahma Vicharakyam. So, how it starts? We go to the Mahatma. One person went to Bhagavan Ravana Maharshi. And he said, Sir, I am very miserable. Please help me. He said, who are you? That person thought, it's a casual inquiry. Who are you? Oh, I am Australian. I didn't ask your nationality. Who are you? Oh, I am Mr. McDonald. I didn't ask your name. Who are you? Oh, I am the husband of my wife. I didn't ask your marital status. Who are you? I am a Catholic. I didn't ask your religious affiliation. Who are you? I don't know. So find out who is miserable. Then you will come to know that mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, father-in-law, they are miserable. Now find out. Are you mother-in-law, daughter-in-law, father-in-law, husband, etc. 24/7? No. We have to play different roles in life. Like we are playing now. I am playing the role of a speaker, Bhakta. In our Bihar, Va is pronounced as Va. So Bhakta is pronounced Bhakta. So I am playing Bhakta. And you are all called as Sota. There R is silent. So we are playing different roles. Now I am not giving lectures 24/7. So when I am here as a speaker, I do my job best. And after it is over, I forget about what I spoke. You suffer. That's why when many people ask question after the lecture, Swami, you said that in I don't know, I have forgotten. But I want to know, buy the CD and listen. This is the only way I can market my stuff. See friends, therefore, it is extremely simple. So, Atma Brahma Vicharakyam. So when we come to this point, as to who is miserable, we come to know the father, the son, the husband, the father-in-law, the officer, they are miserable. Now we go further inquiry. Where are they and when are they born? Then we come to know they are born when we are identified with the gross body. So who is the culprit? Culprit is identification with the gross body. So what should be the spiritual practice? Body disidentification. And if we have to practice body disidentification, if you keep on holding on to the yoga, sit in this particular posture and go on pumping air, will you be able to do that? See friends, therefore like we came by car, we don't bring the car inside the hall. It is required, no doubt, but up to a particular limit. After that we have to discard it. Then we come in the temple or a house. So whatever may be expensive or shoes, we don't say, oh my shoes are very expensive, I can't keep them outside. They have limit up to the entrance. After that, throw them out. See friends, in the same manner, all these things are required. Your karma is required, yoga is required, mana is required, everything is required. But it has a limit. After that, have courage to reject it and go further. See friends, if you are going by a boat crossing the Ganges and after you go the other side of the river, will you carry the boat on your head? Keep it there. The purpose is over. Okay? Therefore, here the teacher says that Atma Brahma Vicharakyam Shastriyam Manasam Jagat Buddhe Tattvam Chatal Eyam. Don't go on holding on to the books throughout life. Discard. And what you have read, studied, now start working on it. See? One girl asked me one day, got some book, Swamiji, please give me a message. I said, in this inside is a massage hour. Read that only. No, give me some special message. That I is so strong spiritually. So I wrote, if you can understand my silence, you will understand my words. Swami, what is the meaning of this? You find out. Nobody can tell you. Maunam Vyakhya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvana. The truth is revealed in the eloquence of silence. If we know how to listen to the silence. Therefore, Buddhe Tattve Tachaheyam, the Shastriyam Manasam Jagat, that is also discarded. It is something like this. When we go to sleep, how do we go to sleep? First, we withdraw from the whole world. So we are neither officer, nor husband, nor wife, nor brother, nor sister, neither rich nor poor, none of it. Everything is rejected. Then we are inside the room, we close all the windows, etc. Then we go below the quilt and then close the last window is the eyes, we close the eyes. And then the sleep has not started. Then only one japa starts. I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep. Till such time, I and the want is, sleep has not started. When the I and the want disappear, the sleep begins, even in the satsang. That is the reason why those people who sleep in the satsang, I like them the most. Because they have discarded their I. And it is for this purpose we come here. And those who are awake, they are still maintaining the I. Okay, I am understanding. I am understanding. Therefore, sleep, friends, sleep. Buddhe Tattve Tachaheyam Iti Shruti Anushāsanam Shastrāni Nitya Medhavi Abhyasya Punah Punah Paramam Brahma Vijnāya Ulkavatanya Prachule. Shastrani Aditya Medhavi, an intelligent seeker Medhavi, not intellectual. Understand this basic difference. Intellectuals are caught up in their own thoughts and they have got 101 questions. Therefore, I rarely entertain any questions. My two principles, if somebody wants to ask me something, I clearly take two things. One, no discussion. Two, no argument. If you want to listen, you listen. If you don't want to listen, don't listen. I am not here for any discussion or any argument. There is no end to it. Narada Murti Sutra gives the sutra very clearly. Vado na avalambya. Never take refuge in arguments and logic. But I don't believe, we are not comparing you, don't believe. One young boy, he spoke to me. And he said, I bring my mom because she insists and therefore I bring, but I don't believe in God. So, the mother was feeling very bad. See how my son is. Then I told him, I said, hey, come close to me. In his ears I told, I also do believe. And he was so relaxed. Yes. But then my mother comes, I said, she believes. Then why do you talk? I said, Papi made TV. No other reason. Then I told him, what is your belief and what is your mother's belief? My mother's belief is the God is in the temple. visualization is so great that God is everywhere except in the temple. Therefore, don't go to the temple. Ah? I said, yes. If God is everywhere, He is in the temple also. But our logic and reason goes tangent and we don't understand what we talk about. Therefore, there is no point in discussion, argument. Never yield into this. See? There was a great saint from Denmark. He was brought to India by Rabindranath Tagore. And after a few days in Shantiniketan, he went to Ramana Maharshi's place. 3 days he sat there. Bhagavan also didn't say anything. He asked him. That time he was a young boy in his late teenage. And after the 3rd day, Bhagavan said, yes, Shunyata is the ultimate. And he took that name as Shunyata. Thereafter he lived near Pithoragarh for 60 years. Nothing to talk, no discussions, no argument. Sounds are supported by the ears. Silence is supported by whom? See? Colors and forms are supported by the eyes. Darkness is supported by whom? That which is supporting the sounds and the silence and is yet beyond the sound and the silence is darkness. So what is there to argue and discuss? See? Good thoughts and bad thoughts. Both are supported by the same mind. So what is the mind? Mind is beyond good and bad. If you are abiding in the mind, good and bad will never bother you. And what is mind? It comes and goes. But there is one reality which has neither come nor gone. So what is there to discuss? See, friends. Therefore, wise people naturally keep quiet. And for us, we go to the ashrams, observe mode. Don't look at anybody's eyes. Look at your own. And you dash each other because you are not looking. Even they don't say sorry. They acha kiya. This is not spirituality, friends. They are all cartoons of spirituality. Wherever we are, we abide in the same truth. Therefore, Bhagavan Shankara says, Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Atava Dhanam Jnana Vihina Sarva Matena Bhajatina Muktim Janma Shatena. Don't get carried away by this thing. Last life, this life, next life. When one bulb becomes fused, the light in that bulb, does it come out and go into another light? Light is not an individuality, it is only a phenomena. Similarly, life is a phenomena, there is no individuality. But we are so preoccupied that we are unable to go beyond. This is called a Shastriya Dvaita according to the Jiva's creation. So, Abhyasya Punam Punah, again and again practice this. This is the real practice. Like many people ask this question, when we are listening, everything is so simple, but when we go out, put on our shoes, everything is forgotten. What should we do? So what can we do? Don't put on shoes. Then put on somebody else's shoes. and go out and select a new one and walk away. You will be practicing the real spirituality. That is the only way. No, Swami, you are making fun of me. I said, there is no fun. A simple thing is, I take the breakfast in the morning at 7 o'clock. Again at 12 o'clock, I am hungry. What should I do? Eat. Oh, thank you. But again at 4 o'clock, I feel hungry. What should I do? Take tea, coffee, biscuit, samosa, vada, something. Thank you. But again at 9 o'clock, I feel hungry. What should I do? Again eat. Don't become angry, dear. But this is not the story of one day. This is every day. Kerala. Every day. Then eat every day. In the same manner. Satsanga is not once in a blue moon. Satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nishcharatatvam, nishcharatatve jivan mukti, bhaja govindam. See, friends. The highest spiritual practice is this satsanga. It will clear all the doubts in our mind. Okay? Like many times the people, they come and tell us, Swamiji, today I came with so many questions to ask you, but you have answered all my questions. Thank you very much. Again question thereafter. But how do you know this was my question? Please remember one thing. We are here in God's creation. We are not here in Jiva's creation. Binu Hari Kripa mile nahi sakta. See, our coming together is not the result of our karma phala. Ishvara anugraha deva pumsam advaita vasana. It is the grace of the God that we are attracted toward the study of scripture. See, if this is the grace of the God, then what is required for every seeker? That alone comes out of the mouth of the teacher. He is not preparing like your college lectures and then giving the handouts. And how the lectures are prepared? Google, copy, paste. Never even read one line. See, friends. Therefore, when we are thus practicing this again and again, abhyasya punah punah, tat chintanam, tat kathanam, anyonyam, tat prabodhanam, etat eka paratvam cha brahmabhyasam vidurbuddhaha. Talking the same topic, thinking on the same reality, discussing about the same truth. Nothing else. That is called as the spiritual practice. So, Paramam Brahma Vijnaya Ulkavattanyato Srije. And after you continue this for a period of time, thereafter, now have the courage to discard everything, including the books that you are holding on to. Like, if you have got a burning coal on your hand, will you think twice, where is the garbage? You throw somebody's face also. Exactly the same way. We have to come to this point. Discard everything. And there, what you cannot discard, that is you. But when we are attached to our books, I tell you how we are attached to books. I was extremely attached to the books. So, in Bombay, they shifted my stay from one house to another house. I said, okay, you pack up the books and put here. Other than books, there is nothing there. So they packed about 15, 20, 30 cartons and shifted. In the new house, one whole room was only with those cartons packed. Every time I look at it, I say, hey, I have to open and find out, sort them out, and then segregate them and put them in proper, One day, God's grace, I wrote an email to one of my friends in library. I said, hey, such and such books are there, you can take them, but make arrangement by yourself because I am not in India, I am outside. So he came and took everything away for the library and he wrote me, Swami, thank you very much, we have collected all the books, but when you come back, kindly sign that list of books that you have donated so that for our account purpose it is okay. When I received that email, I felt so happy. The books were not in my hand. Possession is the burden that we all carry. After those all books were given up, I felt very happy. One person came one day, Swami, my father was a great fan of yours. I said, that is his problem. No, he is no more. That is your problem. He has so many books and none of us read them. I thought instead of throwing them, why not give it to you? See? So all those books, when that old man, somebody will ask, give me the book. No, I don't give my books. Because people take the books, don't return. But that is the right way of building your own library. I built that way only. So, all the books, Paramam Brahma Vijnaya, Pulkavatani, and half is written. Grantamamasya Vedhavi, Jnana Vijnana Tatparaha, Palala Vivadhanyadi, Tyajit Grantam Asheshataha. See? Like the husk is thrown away and only the rice grains are collected by the farmer while pounding in the same manner, pound the scriptures, reflect, and having discovered the truth, throw away the garbage. It is only Vedanta can talk this bold statement. Otherwise, oh, you said this thing about our scriptures, we'll kill you. No. The truth is truth. See? Therefore, Medhavi Grantham Abhyasya Jnana Vijnana Dattara. Jnana Vijnana Dattara is what? Jnana is information. Vijnana is conversion of the information into conviction through proper interaction. And unless we are convinced, we will not live that knowledge. Like in some place I have seen one child. The child was not eating chocolates. And he took the chocolate and he was playing. I said, eat? He said, no, I'll eat later. And I was observing, he was playing with the chocolate, but not eating. Finally, he gave to somebody, take the chocolate. Hey, why don't you eat? No, I don't eat chocolate. They are bad for teeth. I said, you are a child, what bad for teeth? Then his mother told me, Swamiji, when he was hardly 1.5 to 2 years, all his teeth were rotten, and at that age, all his small teeth were removed because of this chocolate only. From that time onward, he is so convinced that I can eat poison but not chocolates. In the same manner, when we are convinced that we cannot be the body, when we are convinced we cannot be the soul one per body, but when we are convinced that it is one reality, see, Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. It is something like, do we have any doubt that the same mind is coming out of the eyes called as vision, the same mind coming out of the ears called as hearing ability, etc. And therefore, will the mind have any liking, disliking for some particular sense organ? Cannot be. Exactly the same way, the one who is abiding in this truth, that there is but one reality expressing through all the things and beings, and the differences are on account of gadgets which are fixed. Like one man expresses as a son with a gadget called as his father. The same man expresses as a husband with a gadget called as a wife. The same man expresses as a father when the gadget is called as a son. Because of this, as this man becomes three. And who is miserable? Never the man. See, friends, unless we are convinced of this, we will keep on struggling and asking 100 questions. See? Like somebody asked me yesterday, Swami, I am doing this thing, but this thing you are telling different. Should I leave that? I said, you decide. We can't decide for you. The whole Bhagavad Gita was told by Bhagavan Sri Krishna to Arjuna. And then what did he say? Vimrushya etat asheshena yatechasi tatha guru. Now you have heard, you reflect, you come to a conclusion and you decide. Nobody can tell you. Therefore, palad vivadhamyati tyajet grantham asheshataha. So, if the study of the scriptures is not making change in us, in our vision, we are not studying. You know, our study is like, the Babaji is like me. What is our study? And lectures also. While giving the lecture, Aham Brahmasmi. After the lecture, Aham Brahmosmi. While giving the lecture, Tyagi Neki Amritatva Manashmi. After the lecture, Lagao. See, friends, how much we deceive ourselves. See? Therefore, giving the lecture, Trividam Naragasedam Dwaram Nashanamaatmanaha Kama Krodastatha Lovaha Tasmad Etat Trayam Tyaje. And one person comes little late, or one person gets up and goes away, and Babaji loses his cool. How many times I told you, don't disturb? What did you say just now? Growth is the gateway to the hell. So where then Babaji is going? Non-stop. Landing. See, friends. Therefore, Jnana Vijnana Tatparaha. The knowledge, if it is really digested by us, assimilated by us, it will be reflected in our health, spiritual health. See? One day, somebody asked his subordinate, you people are doing all satsanga, but why everybody doesn't change? He said, I am telling you after 3 days, sir. So he made 3 dolls. And he said, see this doll number 1. He put a wire and in one ear, it came out from the other ear. He said, some of them are like this. Then he took the another doll and put the wire in the ear. It came out from the mouth. They only vomit what they have heard. They don't assimilate. And the third time, he put that in the ear, it came out from the heart. He said, such people are very rare. Jnana Vijnana Tatpara. That knowledge must influence us. Like when I am talking to you, who is hearing me first? Myself. If my talks, my thoughts, my vision does not influence me, will it influence others? And for what we are here? For improving the world. Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadaye atmaiva atmano bandhu atmaiva ripurātmana. But we take the position of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Joda joda hi dharmasya glane bhavati bharato. Bengali. So, we want to improve the world. Leave the world as it is. Therefore, Jnana Vijnana Tatparaha. Further, the teacher quotes more Upanishad. Tameva dhiro vijnaya prajnam purvita brahmana nanudhyayan bahum shabdan vacho viglapanam hita. Tameva dhiro vijnaya, having recognized that divine reality that you are, prajnam purvita brahmana, we will attend you. Thereafter, start playing that you are Paramatma. Don't do meditation. Again, I am repeating it. Prajnana Purvita, don't do meditation. Meditation will start happening as our understanding goes deeper and deeper. Why I am insisting on this is because there was a time when I was very particular about all these things. Get at a particular time, do the japa and all that. And suppose for some reason I am not able to do that, whole day there is hurricane in the head. One day it clicked by His grace. See how it clicked. I was in Badrinath and there is to be a good friend of mine. He is also Swami. His path is Kundalini Marga. Mine is the knowledge. So, we are very close friends. So, whenever he and me will sit together for meditation, there is a room. Because he has got a beautiful place. If Swami, you come and sit with me for meditation. I said, okay. So, we said. He said, when you sit next to me, my meditation becomes very quick. Therefore, I asked him. I said, very good. Free. Maybe Bluetooth meditation. But then when it clicks, you have to say yes. If you don't say yes, it will not click. And thereafter, so he got up and he was making some khichdi for us to eat. And no, I was making khichdi. He was still sitting. After that, he got up and came from backside and a small kitchen and Bengali, he is Bengali. So he asked me in the Bengali code, Swamiji, Bengali don't have Swami. They don't pronounce the conjunct consonants. Atma, they say Atta. Advaita, they say Advaita. Tattvamasi, they say Tattamasi. You are Tamas. So, I was preparing the kitchen and all that. He asked me, Swamiji, please tell, when the meditation is best? So I was doing the job. I said, Khuda Meherwan to Gadha Pehlwan Maharaj, it is by the God's grace alone the meditation happens. When I said like that, from backside he hailed me. He said, Swamiji, you are the only person who knows meditation. I said, what happened? Let me finish this. He said, this is the truth. Because God's grace means I is deleted. In the disappearance of the I is the beginning of meditation. But we struggle. Sit in this posture, sit in that posture, and then a little bit disturbance here and then become angry. See? With all our arrangement, you sit down. Mummy is doing meditation, don't disturb anybody, no TV, no phone, no nothing, switch off everything. And you sit down. And in your bathroom, the water drops like a abhishekam on a plastic mug. Tap, tap. Oh God, these people in this house, they are terrible. Tap. How many times I told them tap? And after some time, the tap stops. Again worry. Pani gaya kya? Cartoon of meditation. Brahmana. Pragyam Kurvita therefore means what? Start living in awareness. Don't become serious and don't concentrate on anything in this world. See? How much effort it takes for the normal eyes when they open to see the colors and forms? Zero efforts. Those who are normal in their hearing ability, how much time it takes for them to hear the words? Zero efforts, no time. To that extent, the effortlessness in every expression of life is living in meditation. But for us, when we sit for meditation, there is a curfew in the whole house. No. Therefore, Prajnam Kupita Brahmana and Namodhyayan Bahun Shabdan Vacho Viglapanam Hitat. The enough of study, reading. Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjuna the same thing in the second chapter. He says, Shruti Vipratipannate Yada Sthasya Nishchanam Samadha Vajara Buddhi Tada Yogam Avapsasi. You have heard so much that your mind is totally confused. Unless this confusion, the wrong notions about ourselves, about the world, about the God, and about the spiritual practice. Unless these four wrong notions are corrected, you cannot be at peace. See, friends. Therefore, Pragyan Kurvita Brahmana, the thing will start changing as our understanding starts changing. Presently, we are leading a mechanical life. There is no awareness. And those who live in awareness, be attentive, they are spontaneous. They are not mechanical. Spontaneity is an expression of divinity in action. There is no preparation, Therefore, Pragyam Kovita Brahmana Nanudhyayan Bahun Shabdan Vacho Viklaparam Yada. Yadate Moha Kalilam, Bhagavan says, Buddhi Veti Darishati Tada Gantasi Nirvedam Shrotavya Srutasya. Yadate Moha Kalilam, the mud of delusion which is created because of too much of study, reading. Withdraw. Enough is enough. See? But when Tameva Dhiro Vijnaya Pagyam Kurvita Brahmana, after having studied properly, now all the doubts are removed, and there is no doubt. Now start playing. Meditation. Don't do meditation. Play meditation. When you play, you go and say, now we are playing meditation. Say to yourself. So what is meditation? First of all, meditation begins with happiness. So, be happy. Secondly, there is a fear in meditation. Then, know that in your heart is Guru is there and God is there. God protects you from within, Guru guides you from within. You are not alone, fear God. Thoughts come to somebody. So what is the next step? I am Mr. Nobody. Who is the nobody? He who doesn't have a past is a nobody. So we drop the past. Next, we don't plan what we will do in the future. When past and future is gone, you are in the present. Now in the present, be present wholeheartedly, not with the hole in the heart. Be fully aware. And play. What it is like being other than the body. What is the load of this statement? That the Dehi, the embodied, is other than the body. Like the tenant is other than the house. When the tenant house and there is earthquake, he will be influenced. But if the tenant has gone out, if there is earthquake, what will happen to tenant? Nothing will happen. So he will go out of this house. So let anything happen to body, who cares? So what could be that experience? Play. Body has a shape and a form. Other than the body is no form, no shape. Body has a gender. Other than the body, no gender. The body has a date of birth. Other than the body, no date of birth. Body modifies. Other than the body, no modifications. On this formless, beginningless, modificationless presence is the truth. This is called as Pragyam Urvita Brahmana. You have not done Dan, Dharma, Puja, Pothi, Shirshasana, Pranayama, rubbing the nails against each other. None you have done. And yet, you have touched your own being. This is not created, it is. And therefore, when I is absent, there is neither success nor failure. When I is present, success and failure. When I is not present, no success, no failure. And therefore, wise people do not have ego, because I have done meditation. It never happens to them. So, tame vaikam vijanita yanya vacho vimunchata yachitva manasi prajna ityada shuddhesputa. Tam eva ekam vijaniya. It is from Mudoparishad and Kathoparishad. Tam eva ekam vijanita anya vacha vimunchata. Now, stop getting involved anya vacha. Any other theme in this world, vimunchata. Don't get involved. Like, whenever some people meet me for the first time or second time, they have only the same dumb questions. Swami, where from you are? Which is the place you like? What you have studied? Why you are born? When you are going to die? How many times you got married? What is the need? Then I also go on bluffing. One small girl, like yesterday, a small boy, she asked me, Swamiji, please tell me, don't tell anything lies. I said, okay. What is your date of birth? I said, I'll tell you in your year, don't tell anybody. So I told her, 31st April. She was so happy, she went to her mother. Mom, you told me, Swamiji never tells his date of birth, but he told me. And he told me not to tell anybody. But because you are my mom, I am telling you. And he said, Swami, don't tell anybody. He is born on 31st April. And the mother laughed. Why are you laughing? There is no 31st April. Oh, he cheated me. Then she wrote me a birthday greeting card. Dear Swamiji, happy birthday to you, whenever it is. And yours, now tell, guess who am I? And she gave her name and address. Don't get involved in collecting information unless you are running a marriage bureau. So, tam eva ekam vijani sarayanya vacho vimuchata. See how this unwanted talking is detrimental. There is one Gujarati family in Australia. They were married for almost 6-7 years and fighting, terribly fighting. So my friend told me, Swami, there is a young couple, they fight so much. And I feel bad for them. I try to tell them, they don't listen and keep on fighting. So he sent me with them to nearby garden for a walk. He says, Swami, somehow you know the knack of telling the things. So we went first. And when we were going in the garden, I said, hey, which is this flower? Casually I said. So the wife said, it's dahlia. I don't know what flowers are dahlia. Husband said, no, it is not dahlia. It is some other name. Now the flower is standing there. These two fellows started fighting. And when they were fighting with the dahlia or dahlia, and I went away. And there was so much fighting, it became a big issue for them. Then I understood their problem. I said, you come for my talks, do you love me? Swamiji. Do we have to begin writing? I said, yes. Okay, we love you. When you love somebody, you do anything for him, is it not? Yes. Now next time I come, I want a baby. Produce a child. What will happen? I said, don't ask questions. You do this, then you will see what happens. By God's grace, next year they had a baby. When I went to their house, fighting stopped completely. They said, Swami, what is the reason? We don't fight now. I said, because you have got a common enemy. When China, Pakistan attacks, we are all Indians. But when they don't attack, we are not Indians. Then we are Gujarati, we are Bengali, we are Bihari. So you have to have a common enemy and then they stop. Don't get involved in any discussion, argument. Never try to prove anything to anybody in this world. If a donkey says that it is a horse, don't fight with the donkey. Keep away. Anya vacho vinjatam. Yachet vangmalasi prajna ityada shrode sputa. Pradoparishi is there. This is the technique of withdrawal. Yachet vangmalasi prajna tajyachet jnana atmani mahati yachet tajyachet shante atmani. This is the process of, it is called a lay prakriya. Vang is speech. Withdraw the speech in the mind. Then withdraw the mind in the intellect. What is the meaning of withdrawing the speech in the mind? Don't comment on anybody, even if you feel like don't comment. No need. Now after you come in the mind, then yachet jnana atmani. Withdraw the mind in the intellect. Meaning, educate your mind. Educate your mind. Is it necessary to talk? You will come to know 99% it is not necessary to talk, and yet we talk. You have come to the intellect. And after you come to intellect, then dissolve your individual intellect in the total intellect. Meaning what? Accept the world as it is. And then from there, don't go to avyakta prakriti, sleep. Tajyachet shanti atmani. And from that, dissolve yourself in the absolute. What is dissolving yourself in the absolute? Invoke the principle of devotion. Knowledge fructified is called as devotion. Devotion matured is called as knowledge. They are not true. Bhagavan says in 18th chapter, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na shochati na kamshati samaha sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim lavate para. See? Brahma Bhuta, he who has merged in the absolute reality, he alone has the ultimate in devotion. Because the ultimate devotion is equal to ultimate knowledge. The parakashta, jnanasya parakashta, the parakashta, the ultimate is knowledge, is devotion, and bhaktehi parakashta jnanam. Therefore, try this, ityari sudaya sudha, ashastriyam api dvaitam, tivram mandamiti vidha, kama krodhanikam tivram manorajam tadetare. Now hereafter, the teacher takes the second type of dvaita, which is practiced by the jiva, and that is called as ashastriya. It is not acceptable in the scriptures, and therefore this ashastriya dvaita, which is unlike the shastriya dvaita, should be rejected. So, and it is also of two types. One is mandam and second is tivra. So, what is the tivra and manda? So, kama krodhadikam tivra. The kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya is ashastriya dvaita. Meaning, when we are functioning under the influence of desire, anger, greed, frustration, lust, etc., it is not acceptable in the scriptures. Otherwise, many people have this argument. When there is hunger, satiation of hunger, is it not natural? Yes. Similarly, if I become angry, is it not natural we should become angry? No, that is not the way. Therefore, Shastriyam Dvaitam, Ashastriyam Dvaitam is Kama Krodhadikam, and what is Manda Dvaita? Manorajyam. We keep on projecting and go on thinking for no reason. These two aspects. One is intense interaction with the world, and second is uncontrolled thinking inside the mind. These two types of Ashastriya Dvaita is worthy of rejection. Therefore, Ubhayam Tattva Bodha Prak Nimaryam Bodha Siddhaye Shama Samahitatvam Cha Sadhaneshu Shrutam Yataha. There are both these types of Ashastriya Dvaita. The Tivra Kama Krodhadikam and Manda Manorajam is worthy of rejection for the recognition of the self, because it is said in the scriptures that unless there is a total control over the mind and withdrawal of the mind from the world, the truth cannot be recognized. Hereafter, how do we do this? Why should we do this? Is the concluding topic that we will take it tomorrow. Tomorrow we may take a little more time. Are you all ready to suffer? Yes. So tomorrow we will take a little more time. Come prepared accordingly. That doesn't mean bring the bed and